What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Alright, so I got a couple of requests to talk about this. And that is Jada Pinkett Smith's show, Red Table Talk, being canceled by Meta. And I think the production company that produces this show is called Westbrook. I know that name triggers Skip Bayless lovers, but it's not connected to Russ. They're looking for a new home for this show. And more than likely it's going to find some home, whether either another network or a streaming service. Me personally, like I said, I can't really talk much about it because I never watched the show. However, just based on the nature of the show, the topics they talked about, the fact that I see this as a continual evolution of the whole reality TV thing anyway, which featured people who wanted to be stars. Now, and these people who would want to be stars on TV, these C-listers and D-listers whose private lives we got to watch for seasons. Then it evolved to actual celebrities who are dishing out dirt about their own personal lives for ratings and views and sometimes for sympathy. I tend to agree with what Nick Cannon said recently. That it's a good thing that this show is off the air because shows like this are toxic. Number one, I can't help but think, I know that the whole reality TV genre, which has been around, well, really it has its roots all the way to the early 70s, when you think about it. That there have been programs that were reality-based even back then, but it really started accelerating in the 90s and 2000s. But you have an entire generation who are under 18 or 20 years of age who have been raised on this crap. And the thing I notice about them is that they feel like they have an entitlement to know about other people's private lives. I'm not perfect. Sometimes we all can fall victim to gossip. I'm not going to sit here and say that some things I'm a little bit juicy to know about, but I don't obsess with those things. And then another thing is, when you have stuff going on in your own life, when you're busy with trying to improve your life, or you're busy trying to make $1, or you're busy running businesses, or you're busy doing you find that you don't really have time to be concerned about a lot of that stuff. And for her to go out there and air out her dirty laundry and talk about her having these affairs, in essence, she was telling, I think on the show she said something about her grandmother showed her how to please herself when she was 8 or 9 years old. Well, if that had been her grandfather, or if the roles had been reversed, and this was Will saying his grandfather showed him, blah, 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 you know what everybody would be saying about the grandfather. But, at the end of the day, I just don't like these types of programs, man. I don't like these programs that put people's business out there, and the internet can be such a vicious environment. I really do believe, and I agree with Nick Cannon, that there's a correlation between what happened with Will Smith at the Oscars last year and this Red Table thing. Because now that I look at it, even though what Chris Rock did was wrong, I can't help but think that a more mentally healthy Will Smith, if this had been 10 years ago, I don't think he would have reacted that way. But everybody has their breaking point. And at the end of the day, I don't think it was just the fact that Chris Rock has a history of doing that. I think that's part of it. But I also think that the internet, all these memes, it took a toll on Will, man. And at one point, he let his real, true feelings be known. He was being seen as a joke. So at the end of the day, I don't know, man. Like I said, I guess it's a good thing this show is off the air, but it more than likely is going to be back on. There's going to be a demand for it. It's going to be somewhere else. It might be, it might have a deal with Netflix or something, or some streaming site, or some network, whatever. A show like this is going to be back on the air. And it's going to feed the trolls. It's going to feed the need for people to want to know all this crap. I just don't understand, the need for a lot of people to live vicariously through celebrities. I look at celebrities as people, like actors and actresses. I admire the craft of acting. I admire great actors. Things that happen in their personal lives outside of them hurting other people, I don't really give a shit about. They're regular people that have the same problems that the people we work with, except for they have a lot more money at their disposal, so they're able to indulge more in the things that can be destructive. But I've worked with people who are functional drug addicts. I work with people who are functional alcoholics. I work with people who are narcissists, people who are difficult to get along with. You still have the same dramas at your regular job that some of these celebrities have. Is just on a much, 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 much smaller scale. So I just never had this need to indulge myself in what these people are doing. Now, of course, I read about it because part of my job is to read about what these people are doing and talk about it, but I don't internalize it to the point where it's important to me. But other than that, that's all I got to say about it, man. But those of you who watch the show, tell me what you think, because like I said, I don't watch it. I never watched it. I don't care about it. I really don't give a shit about this show. Doesn't matter to me if it never sees light of day. But those of you who watch this program, in the comments section, tell me what you guys think about it.